back. We're answering questions on tax with our tax expert, Subhash, Lakotia, who joins us from Delhi. Subhash, thanks so much for joining us to answer our questions. Our first question comes in from Rakesh Tikka, who writes in saying he bought a plot of land in 1988 at about 50,000 rupees with stamp duty of 7,000 rupees. And then he constructed a home on that for a little over 1 lakh rupees. He now wants to sell that property this year. And he's got an offer price of 12 lakh rupees. He wants to know how much long-term capital gains tax he's going to have to pay on that property. Subhash.
Hello. Yes, Rakesh, welcome to the show. It's nice that you are planning to sell one of your old property, some piece of land, and you're going to get a big amount, 12 lakhs rupees. Great. And now the point is, how much tax do I pay? Please remember, whatever was your purchase price, that is the cost of the land and the construction value, etc., all those things. After that, we have to increase that cost price by cost inflation index. Very broadly, it will be something like 4.5 times. That means whatever is your cost price, roughly 4.5 times would be the cost inflation index. So now from the sale price, please deduct this cost price, namely the index cost price, and the remaining amount, which will be something like about roughly 4.5 to 5 lakhs rupees. That will be your long-term capital gain. Tax to pay? Oh yes, tax you are not interested to pay, but you want to know how much tax. Please remember the tax payable will be 20% on your long-term capital gain.
So Rakesh, remember you can avoid long-term capital gains tax by reinvesting that money into real estate in a home, so keep that in mind when you're making up your mind. Now our last question comes in from Vishal, who's 26. He sent us his salary. He tells us he's invested about 1 lakh rupees in HDFC Tax Saver and HDFC Endowment Plan. Now his health insurance comes from his employer, so he can't claim tax on that. And he tells us he lives with his parents, so he can't claim HRA as well. He wants to know what he can do to bring down his tax burden. Subhash.
Oh, Vishal, yes. If you want to save tax, possibilities are there. You can take advantage of making investment in infrastructure bonds. Please remember the total investment which an individual can make during the year under infrastructure bonds is 20,000 rupees. And if you make anything investment between 15,000 to 20,000 rupees, then you have no tension, no hassles, no worry at all, because your income will come below the exemption limit. No tax payable at all and no tax deductible even by your employer. Also, from the amount of HRA which you are receiving every month, if you make payment of rent to your dad and obtain the rent receipt, and submit this rent receipt to your employer, then also it's possible for you, Vishal, to save income tax.
Alright, we've run out of time on this show. Subhash, thank you so much for joining us on the show and answering our questions. Remember, you can write to us. There's an email ID at the bottom of your screen. Tax, investments, anything to do with your money, we'll be glad to help. You can also find this show on Facebook, on our Facebook page. Now, a couple of things I wanted to tell you before we wrap up. In a couple of weeks, we're doing a special show for Independence Day. It's called Freedom from Debt. So if you want to find a way to work around your loans and you want our experts to help you, write into us to be part of that show. Also, we've started a new show on this channel called All About Stocks, which will help you with your equity and your shares, just like this show helps you with your mutual fund. The telecast timings of that show is at the bottom of your screen as well. So tune in next week, catch Investor's Guide. Thanks so much for watching.